Well, again, as I used to tell juries all the time, you want to know about plumbing, ask a plumber. You want to know about murder and rape and kidnapping and killing an innocent young woman, you need to talk to a psychopathic person who was engaged in the crime. And that's what you have. And
Right.
we don't pick them. The prosecution doesn't pick these people. Adams did when he committed the crime and then confessed to them.
Lawton, go ahead.
Fred, okay,
Go ahead,
yeah.
Lawton.
You know, this all comes down to, as you said, credibility. And when you have jailhouse snitches who are trying to get better food, better accommodations, whatever it is they want better of in jail, it's just like a toddler trying to get candy. You can't believe a single thing they say. So Fred knows a lot about prosecution 101. Defense 101 is you have to instill reasonable doubt, which they have done, because we have Dicus standing up as the guy who investigated this case for 2 years, not sitting on a trial in the jury for 10 days, 2 years, who said he still believes that Terry Britt committed the crime. So that is reasonable doubt. Secondly, credibility. You've got a former Texas Bureau of Investigations, Terry Dicus, saying, I can tell you, I looked at this, I'm a prosecutor, it's not Zachary Adams. And then you've got a bunch of jailhouse snitches who are meth addicts.
Okay, so then let's talk about the suspects. Let's say Zachary Adams isn't the one. There's so many trials here. Zachary Adams is the first to face trial. Trial date hasn't been set, though, for Zach's brother, Dylan Adams. And then there's Jason Autry, who hasn't been given a date yet. Now, Autry is the prosecution's star witness, and he's actually described in graphic detail about he actually was asked to help dispose of Bobo's body after she was kidnapped and raped by Adams, his brother Dylan, and another man. Shane Austin, by the way, here's another one. He later committed suicide years later, so he's no longer in the mix. But the judge is actually saying that Autry's case may not go to trial and hasn't said why. Why wouldn't he go to trial with testimony like that, Lawton?
Well, he's cut a deal. So that's another reason you have to look at his credibility. He's cut a deal. The deal has not been disclosed. And we know he's just trying to save his own hide. So that witness has had his credibility destroyed.
Okay, but he basically said he helped bury a body. How do you not get a trial? What kind of deal do you strike with somebody who admitted to burying a body after somebody raped and killed an innocent young girl? How does a judge make a deal like that?
Autry has a long rap sheet.
Fred, go ahead.
So he's cut a deal, an overarching deal.
Okay, Fred?
Right. But unfortunately, you have to make a deal. But as I understand it from what I've read, the reason the government's not going to go forward with this deal is because he ultimately lied to them. And when we used to make deals with these guys, and it's a terrible thing to have to do, part of the deal is that if you lie, the deal's off the table and we can go forward. And then the defense comes in and says the government's got to live up to its promise. Now, Lawton's right. This is a tough case for the government. Don't kid yourself. And look, you know, it's great for me to spout off all this other stuff about these dirty witnesses, but the trick is to then have physical DNA and corroborating evidence to back these people up, which in this case is not real strong. So this is not a slam dunk for the state in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, so then, Lawton, will prosecutors, do you think, have a better chance of getting a conviction in any of the other suspects' trials? Because it looks like this could very well end up in a hung jury.
Well, hung jury, I mean, you'd have to retry it. Go ahead, Lawton, go ahead.
Lawton, go ahead.
Exactly. I think it depends on what happens here. I think if they get a conviction, they might move forward. But otherwise, I think they start cutting more deals with these guys and let them go. I mean, this case has had political implications from the beginning. The DA Stowe ran on a platform saying that he was going to bring this case to justice. And if they don't get that after years of bungling, I think they might drop it and just cut smaller deals.